We're now looking at a cost volume profit demonstration. Oop, that doesn't seem to be working too well. Let's try this one. Alright, so cost volumes profit class demonstration. Management wants to understand how many chicken parmigiana orders they would need to sell to break even. So we're looking at sell to break even at the current price of $45 per order. Now we already remembered that the fixed costs were $5,000 and variable costs were $20,000 for 800 orders. So that's pretty good going at the moment. So how many chicken parmigiana orders do we need to break even at the current price? Well, first things first, we need to found my pen. We need to work out what variable cost per unit is. The variable cost has been given to us as $20,000 for 800 orders. So my variable cost per unit needs to be determined first. So I've got 20,000 orders divided by 800. Now my variable cost, turn on my calculator. Yep, 20,000, thought it was 25 there for a second. Divided by 800 is $25. So my variable cost per unit equals 25. Good. Alright, now if we're going to calculate break even, we first need to determine a contribution margin. And my contribution margin is just my selling price minus my variable costs. So that equals my selling price of $45 per order. I got 45 minus the 25 that we just calculated. That gives me $20 per unit. Alright. Now we want to find break even. So break even equals my fixed costs divided by my contribution margin. Now we determine our contribution margin. It's there. Our fixed costs are $5,000. So we've got 5,000 divided by 20 equals 250 chicken parmas. Nope, that's not dollars, 200 chickpeas. Alright, so that gives me break even. So we've done the first thing, break even at the current price. Now Meal Kit wants to achieve a 25,000 before tax profit. The sales volumes what sales volumes, so we're going to ask the question, what sales volumes do they need to achieve in order to sell chicken parmigianas still at $45, variable cost is $25 per meal, and fixed cost is still $5,000. Okay. So similar to break even, we need to include our fixed costs. So expected profit expected profit equals my fixed cost plus profit divided by my contribution margin. And if we've got so that equals fixed cost was 5,000, which we gleaned from up here. We've got 25,000 before tax profit here. And we're dividing by that by $20 per unit. So my contribution margin, or my expected sales would be, this divided by that is 1,500 chickpeas, chicken parmas. So that would be then to achieve that profit. Now the last bit that we want to have a look at is Meal Kits for You wants to understand the margin of safety. Safety margin, calculate the margin of safety. Now the margin of safety equals my expected sales minus my break-even sales. So expected sales divided by break-even sales equals my expected sales is 1,500, which we got from there. My break-even sales we got from up here is 250. So therefore, margin of safety is 1,250. Now we can also measure risk with this one. This one, oops, hang on, that's not dollars. Get your chickpeas. We can also measure risk here. Like if someone came to me and said, you know, I believe we can sell 1,500 chicken parmas, my first question would be, what's the break even? They would tell me 250, and I'd sit there and say, well, that's a good margin, because even if they're wrong by 50% and we only sell 750, we're still making profit for everyone over 250. So that's good. If the situation was a little bit different and there was, you know, these two numbers were closer together, so let's say 1,500 and 1,200, then this would look a little bit more risky to me. So, hope that helps.